My name's Mike McWilliams of the Parabat Veterans Organisation of South Africa, which is paratroopers veterans. And I'd like to tell you the story about Andries Skillie. In 1978, we did a raid into Angola, about 250 kilometers behind the lines, attacking an enemy camp, a base camp. We did it from the air. It was an airborne operation. We lost 4 people in total, 3 of whom we managed to bring back. Skillie, however, went missing. The last time he was seen was when he left the door of the aircraft about 500 feet over the camp. And he's been missing ever since. His wife was told he was missing in action, and up until just a few months ago, we had no idea where he was. Some people visited the historic site of the camp and spoke to locals and found that, in fact, Skillie was found, his body was found in a river next to the camp, and he was buried by one of the locals. At that time, they couldn't remember exactly where he was buried, but in subsequent visits, people went up to the campsite and actually found the person who had buried Skillie. He's an old man now, and he took the people to the site. We got a GPS reading of exactly where the gravesite is, and we also have a Google Earth picture of exactly where the gravesite is. And the chap who buried Skillie has got a very convincing story that tells us what he was wearing. He wasn't injured, he was definitely drowned, he had no bullet holes in him, and it's now time for us to, at last, attempt to bring Skillie home. The paratroopers have a motto or a belief that you never leave somebody behind, and we left Skillie behind. We only left him behind because we had no idea where he was. We now know where he is, and it's our duty to go back and do our very best to find his remains and bring them back to South Africa, to his family, so they can have some closure. We need to raise about $50,000. This is an estimate from the Igbo Trust people put together regarding how much they spent repatriating the remains of their Igbo people who were killed in Operation Savannah up near Luanda. They repatriated 3 bodies, and they've been through this process before. It's an expensive process. You need to get experienced professional people there, archaeologists at the gravesite, pathologists, all sorts of extra expenses that in the bush become even more expensive. So what we are doing is we are raising money internally here in South Africa amongst our paratroopers and ex-servicemen and other people of interest, and we will put it all together, and eventually, when the time comes, we need to send another reconnaissance team up to the base to take a sample of the body and match it to the DNA that we've already taken from Skillie's sister, who lives in Port Elizabeth. Once that match is positive, we can then go up and get the complete remains and repatriate them to South Africa.